I never explained what was actually wrong with this camera. So, you can see, normally, you hit this shutter button halfway down, the sonar activates, and it moves this dial. That little line there, that tells you approximately how far away the thing is that you're focusing to. So if we try to aim at my camera right now, it's probably about a foot away. So it should be going all the way to here, wrapping all the way around. You can see it gets stuck about on that 5-foot area. With this camera, say I sit here and I click this button for a while. Eventually, it just starts working. I don't know why, I don't know how, it just starts working. It's due to this pick-off assembly back here. The Instant Camera guy has a very in-depth video explaining how it works, and I really recommend that you watch his video to get a good understanding. But the short of it is, you have a wheel that has lots of little holes in it. You have an LED that's sending a signal, and you have an LED that's receiving a signal. It's held together in there. And as the wheel spins, those LEDs count how much that wheel has spun. So that integrates into the sonar autofocusing system. It's counting how far this is turning. So at first I thought it was crazy, because how can this be an intermittent issue? An LED, I'd imagine, either works or it doesn't work. The Instant Camera guy confirmed with me that he has seen these pick-off assemblies be intermittent before. I've watched the video of him doing it, which I will link down below. It is a big job, and it seems like something that you might break one of the critical components that's inside of this very sensitive sonar. So I've got another plan. And I'll give you a little teaser of that plan that I'll be covering in the next video. So I ordered this Pronto off of eBay for $20. The sonar unit in here is extremely similar to the sonar unit in here. They use the same pick-off assembly, the same sonar ring. This would serve as a good parts unit for me. I haven't tested this yet, but we're going to test it now. And the goal is that if this Pronto works, I'll just take the pick-off assembly, I have this, and put it into this camera. Easy job, 20 bucks. Well, maybe not easy, but easier job. If it doesn't work, then the surgery that's required to replace those LEDs, I'll do on this unit's pick-off assembly, and then move that into mine. So that way I don't risk breaking my camera any further. And I still have the opportunity to send it to a professional, like the Instant Camera guy, if I need to. So far so good. I take the flash off. Let's see. Well, how do you even tell if the focus on this thing works? The lens moved in closer that time. Let's see. I just can't tell. So it looks like it did a half rotation when it was aimed at the wall. When it's aimed at my hand up here, it looks like it also did a half rotation. So I have no idea if this is working or not. Manual auto. Ah, we'll aim at the TV. It's probably about 6 feet away. Perfect there. Let's aim at my hand about 2 feet away. This one works. We are going to take the pick-off unit out of this and install it into my SX-70 Sonar. A problem this camera has as well is when I put my flash bar on it and I try to take a picture, the picture comes out way, way, way overexposed. You can see I've got some samples here. This is of my other SX-70. And this is just of a weird collection shelf that I have. Off of flash, this camera actually takes really good exposures, but on flash, not at all. Unfortunately, I didn't test it thoroughly before installing the SX-70r PCB. I do have one picture I took a flash photo with, and it came out great before the PCB swap. So I don't know if that's what kind of pushed it over the edge, or if what I was working on inside of there caused the issue. I do have two theories for this. Polaroid's aperture in shutter kind of works like this. Works like that. So it handles aperture based on where the things kind of mend together. It handles aperture like that, and then shutter speed like that. So it all just kind of works as one unit. There is no separate aperture, there is no separate shutter. So when you zoom the camera further out with the flash on, it knows, hey, the flash isn't going to grow stronger and reach further out. So it will set that aperture further apart. So that way it's letting in more light, and then it'll shoot with the shutter. When it's up close, the opposite. I'll go like this and then push. So it could be because my sonar unit isn't working, and that's something that I want to test in this video. I'm going to try to have a flash photo, but with the camera in manual mode and set to the appropriate distance to see, does it overexpose like this. I'll be using the Mint Flash Bar 2, set to the 600 setting. I've got 600 film in here. So this distance from me to Mr. Sandshrew is about a foot. Adjust this to the 1 foot position. Give that some time to develop. Doesn't look so great right there. So it's been over 15 minutes now, and as you can see, there's just nothing there. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see him a little bit. And then the box there, and the black. But for right now, I'm going to assume that this is not something connected to how far it focuses. Thinking it's an adjustment on that trail arm. So that kind of sums up some of the issues that I know about with this camera. I'm going to try to fix them one by one. It'd probably be a smarter move to fix this trail arm mechanism first, because sometimes the plastic screw that you use to adjust that, sometimes it gets a little bit wonky and breaks. So I'd rather brick the camera doing that before I do this harder job over here. Either way, I think that getting a professional to work on these cameras for you is often much better. But we're going to try it out ourselves, because that's part of the fun for me. I think that's part of the fun for all of you too. So that way we can have a camera that we're proud of and that we built ourselves.